Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is June 17th, 2025, and today I would like to talk about fuel and oil, and more specifically how to correctly mix the correct ratio for your Gasser RC helicopter. Delving a little bit into my background, my first Gasser, I got that in 2010, shortly after coming back from a 1-year tour of duty down in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And my first Gasser RC helicopter was the big, beautiful Vario Benzin Acrobatic. And I absolutely loved that helicopter. Previously, like most people new to the hobby, I started out with small 450 size electric helis and eventually moved into nitromethane helicopters. I liked the longer flight times of the nitros, but I did not like all of the oily smoke that left your RC helicopter filthy with the oil, but also when you hover down to land, you're gonna kick up all the dirt, dust, debris, grass, and you pretty much had to clean your helicopter after every flight. Otherwise, your helicopter looked filthy. So, starting off, I'm going to begin with the oils, and obviously, there's a lot of debate on which two-stroke oil is the best. I paid a gentleman named Taylor Drain at Taylor Drain Helicopters in California to build that Vario Benzin Acrobatic, and according to his recommendations, he really liked the Redline synthetic oil, and you really can't go wrong with this oil. It's used in motocross dirt bikes, and obviously dirt bikes operate with fluctuations in RPMs, but the guys that race those dirt bikes, they really go to extremes, so they need a really high quality synthetic oil, and it can be contentious, and there's always going to be debate amongst hobbyists. For those of you who have been around a while, you probably remember Run Rider, and I can't remember who recommended AMSOIL. This is Sabre Professional. It's supposed to be a smokeless formula, and I apologize, these are pretty dusty. I haven't used these in years. They're just sitting out in the garage. Anyway, I was using this for a while, and the consensus has been to mix whichever oil you choose at 32-1. There's some people that argue you could do as little as 50-1, but I would rather err on the side of caution and be a little bit rich with oil than too lean with oil. There were always some really smart guys on Run Rider, and these guys would do experiments and trials, and they would do a trial, fly like 100 flights with the Redline oil, take the engine out, tear the engine down, look at it, checking for deposits, scoring, scorching, scratching, and I believe the Redline did fairly well. I can't remember. I later got another Vario Benzin Acrobatic from Vario Helicopters. Joe Howard had built it, another beautiful machine, and I'm wanting to say it might have been Joe Howard who recommended the AMSOIL Sabre Professional. And the beauty of Gasser helicopters is you get the long flights. Those Vario Benzin Acrobatics could fly for, I timed it at 36 minutes on a tank of gas, so definitely over 30 minutes. But the thing I liked and I still like about gassers is they don't smoke. I mean, they smoke a little bit when you first start up, but once the engine gets warmed up, you know, they're pretty much smokeless. Anyway, reading one of the studies a member did on Run Rider, for some reason, if I remember correctly, and Run Rider's not around anymore, unfortunately. It was a great RC helicopter forum. Met a lot of great guys on there, bought, traded, sold a lot of RC helicopters and equipment. Anyway, eventually came to the conclusion that AMSOIL Sabre Professional was not the best oil for RC helicopters. And I'm sure that there's guys out there that will still argue that it's perfectly fine. Then later on, I met some guys at Miniature Aircraft at IRCHA, I don't know, around 2015, 2016. And they were going with this Pennzoil Marine full synthetic. This is a 2-cycle synthetic oil for outboard engines. And I believe it was originally Larry Bergen of Bergen RC Helicopters up in Michigan that tested this. And to this day, well, you can't get this one anymore. To this day, there are people that argue that the you know, Pennzoil makes a great synthetic oil. The people who counter this on the RC forums argue against the Pennzoil, say that it's bad because these outboard engines for the motorboats are water cooled, and therefore, as great of a synthetic oil as this Pennzoil Marine is, it's not ideal for RC helicopters. Well, for whatever reason, Pennzoil stopped making this specific exact blend of oil. They have another one now, but my buddy at Miniature Aircraft doesn't recommend the new blend. I don't know, I still have, I don't know, maybe half a gallon of this left. But anyway, I'm just kind of showing the history of my experiment, my trials with the various different oils. The red line worked fine for me, but it seemed like somebody on Run Rider said that it was something about the viscosity, that it was, I don't know, too thin of an oil. I don't know. I went to the AMSOIL Sabre Professional for a while, and until, you know, there were detractors that said don't use that one, blah blah blah. I don't know, it was causing too many deposits or something like that. And then for years I used the Pennzoil Marine. Well, since I had moved away from the red line and the AMSOIL and moved to the Pennzoil, in theory I could still use this. I still have half a gallon, but you know, it's getting pretty dated, getting pretty old. So lately I've gone with this oil by Steel. These are it's a German company. They make the Steel chainsaws, and this recommendation is actually coming from Al at BH Hansen Engines up in Pennsylvania. So he modifies all my engines for me, and you know, I'm gonna go with what an engine guy says. So since these two options are out, from what I'm hearing, the consensus is right now, people are consistently saying that the red line 2-stroke synthetic oil is really good, and I've been using the Steel. The only thing is I'm noticing there's more smoke, right? One of the big advantages of the gassers for me that I like is they typically don't smoke that much. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with this. I don't really love the fact that there seems to be more smoke. Okay, now the other option also you want to consider with your RC helicopter is the type of gas, and I'll get into the type of gas in my next video. This video is simply about oil.